Hello, everyone. Doing a weird one today. Someone in the Discord server, specifically Dims, you all know Dims Island, fellow content creator, they mentioned that the Steam Summer Sale has started. And lately I've been thinking about a bunch of games that I sort of really want to recommend. I checked to see if they were all on sale and, well, thought I would go ahead and go through a bunch of games I wanted to recommend to everyone if you're thinking of picking some games up this sale. I have a sort of eclectic taste. I like a little bit of everything. Almost no two games on this list are the same exact genre. They'll be a little close, but you'll see what I mean. So the first game I want to talk about is Road 96, which is a procedurally generated walking sim. You play as a faceless teenager trying to escape the country during a historical election between a tyrannical ruler and someone who doesn't really stand for anything in particular, just the general concept of change. Throughout your adventure on the road, you'll meet a lot of very interesting people, and really the entire journey just comes down to you meeting these people, interacting with these people, learning about them, what they're doing on the road, what they're all trying to accomplish in their own lives. But the entire time, you are a teenager with no car, no bike, no food, no money. You scavenge for food. You will, if you can steal a car to survive another night, you're gonna do that. This game has a lot of these moments where you hurt the people who help you, and the people who you help will hurt you. And it's this incredibly interesting RPG in that sense. You learn very quickly that in order to survive, you have to watch out for yourself, but if you're only watching out for yourself, then you can hurt the people you care about. I'll talk about my very first interaction that I had with one of the characters on the road. The very first thing that happened to me was I was arrested by this police officer, and it's a roguelike. So when you lose, you try again from the very beginning. But what happened was she arrested me, and she's interrogating me in the car. She's not necessarily a bad person, but she's, one of those cops trying to fix things from the inside, and you know how that goes. But she's following orders, arresting you, and talking to you about the whole situation, when suddenly this terrorist group knocks down a billboard sign and destroys the car. You manage to escape from the car, and you can choose to either turn around and save the cop's life, or you can make a break for it. If I was actually a teenager in that situation, the best thing I would do probably is just leave. I have my freedom now. But I'm playing a video game, I'm like, oh, I want to be nice to everyone. So I go back and I try to save her, and she immediately arrests me, and my character is thrown into inescapable jail, and I've lost. The game is over. And I've never really had a moment like that in a video game before. Like, you'll have these little things here and there. Like, I know everyone likes to bring up the Chrono Trigger, oh, he ate my sandwich, trial that happens at the start of the game. But, this, really hit me that, the right choice isn't going to be the best choice for my character who's just trying to find their better life. Okay, let's go ahead and watch this trailer.
Hey, it's me, Alex. I met this boy, looking for someone called Sonia, John, Jared.
Honey? Is it you? How far are you from the border? Be careful with the people that give you a ride. And don't travel with someone you don't know. We love you, honey.
I'm okay. They helped me. At the diner, at the gas station, in the mountains.
No trick, kid. You didn't break any law, sorry I yelled at you like that.
And running from the police, and running from some bad guys. They stole my money, played games with me. And they made me realize that I have to come back home. I have to make my own way. Where am I? Road 13, Road 42, Road 67, Road 96.
So that part, the phone call in the middle of the trailer, it really gets to me because there's an aspect to this game too that's really, like, painfully human. Your teenager that you play as, they are nameless, they are faceless, you never see them. The only things you know about them are, like, the things that you do as them. But you like literally manage individual dollars to try to make it through this journey, and using a payphone takes $1, but you can call home, and it's like this incredibly interesting insight into this nameless, faceless character when you call home. The call will be different based on who you're playing as. You literally won't know until it happens. But sometimes you'll call them and you'll get the parents that are asking you, how close are you to the border? Are you safe? Are you taking care of yourself? Don't trust anyone. You'll get those sorts of parents that are supporting you and want you to have your better life. Then you'll get these parents that'll answer and they'll say, "Oh my God, where are you? Please come home. We miss you. We love you." And then you'll have those parents that they just don't care. And it's this incredibly sad moment. And it really, oh my God, getting worked up. It's a really good game. This is a really good game. It sort of reminds you that it adds so much more weight to what you're trying to do. There's so much more to this game than just getting to the border, and you have to try it out to see what I mean. Alright, let's go ahead and move on to the next game. So this one is kind of an oldie now. Yeah, this one's almost 8 years old now. This one is pure action, pure beat 'em up. It's very simple controls. 3 playable characters. It's multiplayer, 3 players. What's really cool about it is that it has a lot of endings. Like, I don't know if they're going to be in these screenshots. Let's see. Here's a lot of screenshots. So maybe? No, he doesn't have the ending chart. It's somewhere at least 30 endings, I think. Which it's all based off of which route. There are a lot of different routes. It's based off of how many characters you have in your party, who's all with you. Like, the most interesting part of it is the routes themselves. Not necessarily the endings, but the routes are the most interesting parts. It was really cool. Like, the first thing you do when you play a beat 'em up is when the arrow's telling you, go, go! You know, you're gonna go in that direction. But when you start playing, you start learning how the game works. You start realizing, oh wait, if I go this way instead, oh, that's an alternate route. The boss that I'm about to fight is threatening to kill this NPC, this story character. If you approach the boss, he immediately kills her. There's ways you can stop it. It's very cool. The game is full of moments like that. The game has a ton of unlockables, like so many unlockables. Every character in the game, every single enemy, every single boss, they're all playable. There's a versus mode, like a player versus player mode. There's like survival modes, point modes, and you can play any of the characters you want. Like, here's a screenshot of him, the developer, playing as one of the boss characters. We can go ahead and just start up the trailer for that. Like, it's a beat 'em up. What more can you say about it? Come on. The soundtrack for this game is also like downright fantastic. I listen to it frequently still. Heck, I should put it up on one of my streams sometime. That'd be pretty cool. I've put a lot of hours into this game. It only cost me like $10. But I have 62 hours in this game. Short, highly replayable, really high skill ceiling. Just a fantastic experience overall. I love this game. All right, moving on to the next one. Okay, oh my god, I forgot I added this one. This is what I think is like one of the games of all time. This is one of the #1 video games you have to play. Seriously, if you have not played this video game, you have got to play this video game. Right now, it's only $15. Trust me when I say this video game will change your life. There's so little I can say about it. Let's watch the trailer first, and then I'll talk about it. Okay, there's gotta be another trailer. Yeah. Man, this game is so hard to talk about without spoiling it. Like, I feel like it's at this point where at least enough people have probably heard about this game by now. But if you are seriously one of the people who have not played this game, you have got to play this game. This game is life-changing. It is all about exploring, as the trailer mentioned, a handcrafted solar system, and that is so important. Every little discovery and interaction in this game is handcrafted. It makes them so special. Okay, buddy. It makes those moments so special. It's all about exploration. You are solving a puzzle that spans an entire solar system, and it is all done through your own intuition, puzzle solving. This is a game that can be completed 100% without a guide, and I implore you to do so. When it finally, there is like this incredible narrative to it about your relationship with the stars in general, and it's just this beautiful thing. I would go so far as to say, like, the sort of positive, comforting side of nihilism. The universe is this scary thing. People see it as this scary thing that they don't understand. But once you come to understand it, you realize you have this sort of relationship with it where it doesn't really, the universe is uncaring, but there's a beauty in that. and you just have to play it and experience it. I implore you, if you play one game on this list, this is the one. Okay, Neon White, I admit, is one game I did not play. However, I watched a friend play it through entirely. I was blown away by it. It's such an incredibly cool game. It's going for what? $12.49 right now. It is a first-person shooter platformer game with a strong emphasis on the platforming aspect, because it's all about completing the game as quickly as possible. You'll want to replay levels over, and if you just play the game to beat it, that's totally cool. But like, the fun of this game is mastering it. It's about getting the quickest time possible. You get to like experience what like speedrunners are doing in this sort of smaller contained space where you're just replaying a minute-long level over and over. This desire to want to improve your own times over and over. It's just this really fun experience with this cool story, cool characters, cool aesthetic.
We're called neons. Sinners plucked from hell to do God's dirty work. But I'm finding it hard to believe we're in heaven. Got 10 days here. New day, new mission from Almighty.
You think you can win me over by showering me with gifts? Good thinking.
Are you noticing a trend with the games I recommend, by the way? That maybe these Annapurna publishers kind of know what's going on. I almost feel bad saying so little about this game, but it is literally just an action first-person shooter platforming game that's all about speedrunning. You just replay the same short levels over and over trying to get the quickest time you can. It's really, really satisfying. Okay, the next game, Mad. This one is crazy to talk about. This is purely a visual novel. Such a weird, like, the name of it is Slay the Princess, and your goal is to slay the princess. Why do you have to slay the princess? Because if you don't, the world will end. It's just this incredible tale. Oh man, how do I talk about this game without spoiling it? I think the best things I can say about it, it's just this the story is like this incredibly provocative tale of intimacy, of the intimacy of like changing people, just being around people, what that does to them and what that does to you. And that's an incredibly simple way of explaining it. You really, this is another game that's so hard to talk about without spoiling it, so we're just gonna go ahead and put up the trailer. If you are a fan of visual novels, this is like the #1 visual novel. Trust me. Man, even the trailer won't talk about anything. This game has an unprecedented amount of choices in it. Literally, a single playthrough of it will have maybe 20 on the low end, 20 choices to make, and with those 20 choices, you have 8 different options. It's just downright incredible. You start experimenting with like how little things you do, like if you take the knife on the table, how that changes the just little tiny things will all add up to change everything throughout the game. It's just so good. Of course, it has multiple endings. Every little choice you make matters, and the narrative is just so satisfying. Please, I implore you to check this game out. Alright, let's move on. Yellow Taxi goes Vroom. I love how I'm literally jumping back and forth between these like games with incredible narrative, like these just visual novels with incredible narratives, to super tight platformer. This one I don't really see a lot of people talk about. How much is it? It's $10. I had a ton of fun with it. It's literally it's very similar to like Mario 64, where you're just going around. It's just like a collectathon of stars, gears. The story is very silly. The world is very silly. It looks like it was all made in Blockbench. It probably was. Let's go ahead and watch the trailer to start off. Kind of funny how it wears its politics on its sleeves. So it's just a very low stakes, zany platformer that does have a very high skill ceiling. Obviously you don't need to be like cracked at platformers to complete the game, but to find every gear and secret, you really have to like learn the rules of platforming with this car, because you only have like 2 buttons. It's a very simple platformer, but the execution level is still pretty high. It's just really fun to like learn how to it's very fun to learn how to control this character. If you are a fan of like Nintendo 64 era platformers, highly recommend this one. Speaking of games that nobody really talks about, man, this one is also really old. This one's almost 7 years old now. Broken Reality. It's only $2.25, so you don't have much of a reason to not pick up this game. This one is really weird. It's a Zelda. It's a first-person Zelda-like, where you are going through dungeons with various dungeon tools to try to like solve these sort of like you're solving puzzles on the 90s virtual reality internet, and you use these you get these like internet tools that allow you to start breaking out of the bounds of reality, to start learning like what these deeper web secrets are. Go ahead and bring up the trailer.
Welcome to Broken Reality. Explore a new world. Have a good time shopping. Become the person you want. Discover wonderful surprises. Make a new friend. Leave everything behind. Broken reality.
As you can tell, it has a very vaporwave internet aesthetic. I want to see if the second trailer has any more, like, I'm pretty sure it does. Looking for some gameplay. Oh man, I'm gonna get content struck for this.
Leave worries behind. Explore wonderful worlds. Take beautiful pictures. Become rich and famous. Enjoy all kind of fun activities. Dive deeper. Broken reality.
Yeah, so this is just like a really cool game to like aesthetically get lost into. It is an adventure game where it sort of seems like a walking sim, but it's not. It is an adventure. It is a Zelda-like adventure game where you are trying to complete a series of levels with your tools to find out the deep secrets of the web. It's a really, really cool game. Definitely, especially for $250. I'm trying to sell this one so much because I think it's really cool, and it's you really have no idea what you're getting into with this. But trust me when I say it's a first-person Zelda, like you're gonna have a great time with it. This is probably like my most mainstream recommendation on this list. For $10, you can get 2 Digimon Story RPGs. That's $5 each. And I bring this one up specifically because Digimon Time Stranger comes out later this year. And if you're like, huh, what's all the hubbub about Time Stranger? If you give this game a shot, you'll see why Digimon fans are so excited. The Digimon Story games are very popular because they're the most RPG-like Digimon games there are. Where Digimon games tend to typically focus on, raising a partner Digimon. The Digimon Story games are more focused on the story. You'll spend less time raising Digimon, more time building your party. You're tackling dungeons, gathering items, powering up your team, digivolving them very quickly. It is a very fast-paced game compared to the Digimon World games. Let's go ahead and give the trailer a watch.
革新的なバーチャルリアリティ技術とネットワークサービスにより誕生した電脳空間エデン。しかし電脳空間では自己進化する特殊 AI プログラム、通称デジモンを刺激するハッカーたちによるトラブルが頻発していた。そしてある少年は過去の過ちを正すため、またある少年は自分の大切なものを守るためデジモンと出会い運命を加速させていく。デジモンを手に入れることができる、そう謎の人物に誘われた少年は仲間と共に電脳空間へとログインする。しかし突如出現した謎の怪物により精神データの一部を破壊され、反デジタル状態の姿で現実世界に弾き出されてしまう。電脳探偵に救われた少年は自らの肉体に戻るため、さまざまな人々と出会いながら現実世界と電脳空間で起こる不可思議な事件に挑んでいく。それと時を同じくし、 ハッカーによりエデンアカウントを奪われ、身に覚えのない濡れ衣を着せられた少年は無実を証明するために単身ハッカーたちのたまり場へと乗り込む。そこでハッカーチームフーディエのリーダーに救われた少年はチームの一員となり、自分を陥れた犯人の正体を探っていく。電脳空間でハッカーたちが巻き起こすトラブル、それぞれの思惑で行動する者たち、事件の裏側で策謀を巡らす黒い影、そして電脳空間の混乱は現実世界へも侵食し、新たな脅威を呼び寄せ、彼らの大切なものを次々と破壊し始める。世界の危機に直面した時、彼らはどうするのか。これは運命に抗い戦った少年とデジモンたちの記憶。デジモンストーリーサイバースルースコンプリートエディション。
This game's story is so cool, dude. The characters are really great too. You'll fall in love with every character in this game. I'm a huge fan of Nokia. So without like spoiling the game too much, I think this is one of Digimon's cooler stories. I really like when Digimon gets into the whole sort of like digital horror aspect, which it's been doing a lot lately, so I think that's really cool. I love Digimon as a sort of horror game that Pokemon is they'll sort of get near it, but they never want to go too hard on it, and then Digimon will just be like, alright, we'll just be the horror Pokemon game. If you play Pokemon games and you're like, wow, I wish these were a little harder, this is the game for you. Anytime you encounter this game, if you're playing on like the hard mode, this game has hard bosses that will force you to experiment with your party and find something that will fit more appropriately, rather than just tackling the same fight with your same team all the time. And your team will change so frequently because of the memory system. The more powerful a Digimon is, the more memory it requires to be in your party. As you progress the story, you will gain more memory, very, very small incrementally, which means, like, you know, if you're trying to max out your party's potential, you'll try to hit that cap as often as you can. So you're very often swapping out your Digimon, and then your old Digimon don't get left behind because you can you put them in the farm. They level up as you're playing the game. You can Digivolve them from the farm. It's just an all intuitive system where, trust me, if you're a Pokemon fan who is frustrated with how easy Pokemon games are, you are going to love this game. It's really, really good as a monster collecting JRPG. Okay, this next one I am super excited to talk about. This game it's an early access game, so it's not done. But what is there is already worth the $9.74 you're going to be paying for it. This game it's another Zelda-like. However, instead of first person, it's like a DMC action type game, where you're switching between weapons and trying to get like these super stylish combos. It's in the style of N64, so it's all low poly, but it's very cutscene heavy. The developer puts a lot of work into the cutscenes for this game, and you'll see in the trailer like just how cool this game looks. It's also very gay. I really, really appreciate how like unabashedly gay it is. Let me go ahead and bring up the trailer. Because I love this game so much, I'm gonna play them both. And you bet your ass I'm playing that second trailer. I fucking love this game. So the developer is very, very active. They are posting updates to this game constantly. This game is an absolute passion project to them. I really hope that if I can even get one person to play this game, this whole video will have been worth it. I think the developer is incredibly cool, and I'm hoping that they can get all the support they need to finish this game. I think it is a fantastic game. I promise you will have a great time with it. That's all the main games I want to talk about. I mean, there's still, you know, good old Rivals of Aether 2 is on sale for $21. You tell all your friends, and they can pick up Rivals of Aether 2, and they can use creator code Birdguy in the shop. You know, if they're buying their starter pack, that gets them those 20% extra coins. Highly recommended as a first purchase. And then, like, on top of, you know, their main game being on sale, I wanted to show that all of their games are on sale. If you miss out on Dreams of Aether, it's $1.50. So you can get those icons in the main game if you miss those. Dungeons of Aether is on sale for half off. It's only $7.50. That's the roguelike game that Fleet comes from. And then the other three characters, Slade, Artemis, and Hamir. Artemis, Hamir, and Slade are all going to be eventually playable in Rivals 2. And then, of course, their first game, Rivals of Aether, is on sale half off. I know ABSA comes out in a few days, but heck, if you want to play ABSA today, if you want to play the other 6 returning characters that are going to be coming out, you can pick up this game right now and give them a shot. There are people online who are playing. You can ask anyone in the Discord, hey, does someone want to play Rivals of Aether 1 with me? I wanted to try out Malo for the first time. You'll find people who will play with you. I guarantee it. That's all I wanted to talk about. If anything, God, please let me know if you try any of these games or if you've played them. All the games I've recommended here are games I am a huge fan of. Games that I absolutely love. So I would love to talk to you about them. There are some other games that I really wanted to recommend, but they weren't on sale, or the sale was like only 10% off, so like, can't really talk about that. I feel like it's so hard to convince specifically Deltarune Toby Fox fans to play other freaking games. So please, if you do play any of these games, let me know what you thought of them. I would love to hear from you. Don't forget, on Monday... Oh man, I can just bring this right up, right? I don't think they've got it on the news page for the game. Yep, there it is. So, on Monday, I will be playing in a creator tournament where we all have to play ABSA. That is going to be the day before she releases, so you'll be able to, if you want to hang out with me in my chat, we can talk about ABSA, you can ask me questions. I am going to be trying out a ton of ABSA tech to see what has transferred over. I really want to try some of the new tech out. Someone in the Discord was mentioning, like, well, if you do a double jump cancel taunt, you should become grounded immediately, and you'll be able to use your wake up special. So those are the sorts of things I'm going to be trying. I will see you in the chat. I've got the video scheduled now, so you can go ahead and I should have it up somewhere on the screen by the time I'm uploading this. You can go ahead and click to notify, and it'll let you know. It's going to be on Monday, 5 o'clock Central. And I will see you then. I will scrawl you later.